Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute sheep on your loom. And it is very similar like the poodle that I have made recently, and I just wanted to show you that you can turn it into a sheep as well. And for today's supplies, you're going to need 112 bands and 131 bands that are white. And it's optional if you want to use 2 beads, pony beads for the eyes. If not, we can just use bands. So let's get started. Gather your supplies and we will get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the sheep's legs and arms. Now you have a choice to do it on the loom or you have a choice to do it by hand. The feet do have to be done on the loom anyway, but the hands you have an option. So to do the feet, you're going to take single band and you are going to double it over, and you're going to place it from here to here. Another single, and it becomes capped, and place it from here to here. And you're going to take another single. These are all going to be singles, and they're going to be capped. Place it from here to here, and from here to here. Another single wrapped around itself, from here, here, and then take the cap band and place it on those two in the middle. And these are all capped bands. So you're going to take another single band, another cap band, wrap it around itself, place it on these 3, and then another single, and wrap it around this peg only 3 times. Now if you want, we can do the same thing on the bottom, that way we have both of the feet ready. So grab another capped band, place it on these 2, and just don't connect it, that way you don't get confused while looping. Another capped band, a single wrapped around itself on these 2, a capped from here to here, and from here to here, another cap on here, and here, capped band, in the middle, and then a triangle band, and this is a cap band as well on these 3. And then a single band wrapped around this peg only 3 times. So now you can take your hook and you can reach underneath that cap band, and you're going to grab the first 2 bands and loop it forward, and then you're going to grab the second set of 2 bands I think I grabbed the wrong band. I did. I grabbed the wrong band. If you did it right, you can go ahead of me. I'm just going to remove this. Just replace this part. I grabbed the wrong set. So let's just do that over. Okay, so you're still going to reach in underneath and grab the first 2 and loop that forward. There, finally got the right ones. Reach in for the second set. We loop the first set forward, then you're going to reach in for the second set and loop it to the side. Reach in for this set and loop it here. Then reach in the side, grab the bottom 2, loop forward, grab these 2 and loop forward. Same thing here. You're going to push these back make sure you're grabbing these two bands. They're the capped, loop forward, these two, loop forward. Now we're going to do the middle, loop these forward, reach in here, push all these bands back, and loop these two forward. So that's one. If you have a spare hook or a toothpick, you can use a toothpick as well to place them on there, because when you pull it off it can come undone. And that's 1 foot. So we'll do the other. Again, reach underneath the cap, grab the top two, loop forward, reach in, grab the second set, loop to the side, reach in, grab this one, loop here. Now grab these two, move forward, grab these two and loop forward, these two. So both of the corners we're looping. And then you have the middle, don't forget the middle. And then push all these back and grab those bottom two that are capped, loop it forward, and the same thing here, loop it forward. And I'm just going to take the spare hook and pull it off slowly. And now for your sheep's hand, we can do that on the loom, or you can do it on your hook. It doesn't matter. If you want to do it on the loom, you're going to take a single band and you're going to wrap it around itself, and you're going to go down your loom with a capped band 8 times. So 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. And now after the 8th one, you're going to take 4 bands and you are going to place 4 bands from here to here. And then you are going to grab a single band and wrap it around 4 times on this one here. So if you want to do the other side, you can do that as well. We can loop this. You grab in the 4 bands, looping it forward, and then you should be just grabbing capped bands. So that's one arm. You just want to do the next. Same thing, go down your loom 8 times using a capped band. And then after you've placed the 8th one, again, grabbing 4 bands, placing 4 here, and then a single wrapped around this peg 4 times. And again, looping that forward. I'm just going to take this off, place it on my spare. So you reach underneath the cap band and you brought up the 4 bands, and then you just basic looping forward. And that is your other arm for your sheep. And now that we have done the bottom of the feet and the arms, we're just going to do the ears of the sheep. And then after the ears, then we can start the actual body. So for the ears, you are going to take a capped band and place it from here to here. And then the rest are just single bands, not capped. So this was capped. This is just a single from here to here. A single from here to here. A single. Single. So it's basically identical to the feet, except that they're not capped. And once you have completed that, you're going to do the middle, put a single, and another single. You are going to take a single band and you are going to cap it and place it from here to here. Okay. And then you are going to take another single and you are going to wrap it around this peg only 3 times. And we can do the same thing on the bottom. Grab a single band, wrap it around itself. And then, so that is a capped band, and this is not, just a single here, here, single from here to here, and here, and then in the middle. And then you're going to take a single black band, wrap it around itself, place it on these 3. Another single on this peg, only wrapped 3 times. Then we can loop that, reaching it under the cap and just grabbing the first band you see and looping it forward. The next top band, loop it to the left, and the other to the right. And then loop the corner to the middle, the other corner to the other middle, and then don't forget this one as well. And then you can reach in, grab that capped band, and loop it forward. Just do the same thing for this ear. Grab that single, loop it forward, the other single, reach in here, and then the middle, and push all these back and loop the capped band. So we have completed the ear, and you want to just pull the ear off slowly because you don't want it to stretch too much since it is just a single band. And if it looks a little bit out of shape, you can just pull on the capped band and you should get it shaped back. And the same thing on this one. So now that we have completed that, we can begin with the body of the sheep. So we are going to start with 3 white bands. And you're going to take 3 bands and place it on your loom like so. Make sure that the opening of your peg is facing down, facing you. Then you're going to take, just using the white bands the entire way now, go to the left and to the right, and you're going to go down 6 times on each row. So if you just want to do that, you can do that. Now I just want to mention that he has the little fuzz in the front. If you wanted fuzz to be in the back of your sheep, it's a little bit extra work, but I will show you how you would do that. I have it done on this poodle right here. She has fuzz in the back and in the front. To do that, you would have to take a single white band and wrap it around your hook 2 times only, and you would have to place it on 2 bands at a time. And so where we place the 2 bands here and 2 here and 2 here and 2 here, you would place a capped band, and you would just continue to do that like so. So you would do that again, and then you would take these and place them on. So it's just a little bit more work, not as much more bands, maybe like 20 more, but this is the look you would get, fuzzies in the back. So again, it's your choice. I'm just going to stick to placing the fuzz in the front for now. I just thought I'd let you know in case you're more interested in that. So again, go down your loom 6 times on each row. So once you've gone down 6 times on each of the rows, you're going to grab 2 more bands, and on the middle, place 2 on those 2, and another 2 bands on these 2. And then you're going to grab your black bands, and you're going to make it a capped band, and you're going to go down 5 times. So the length of your loom, the rest of the loom, if you're using a different loom, it could be longer, but it's just 5 times. That broke. And if you want, you can add the feet now. So I'm just going to take it off of the hook. And the feet are the larger, rounder ones. So don't get it confused with the hands. Place them on the bottom. And now we're going to lay an overlapping layer over these white bands, so just push them down. But before we do that, you just want to make sure you push all those bands down. So you're going to take 2 bands and you're going to place it over these 2. Now just a tip, if you did use the cap band for all your bands, you want to add it to these as well. So while we're adding the overlapping layer, you want to then take these 2 and place it on like this. This is only if you want the back of your sheep to have fur. Then you're going to place each band like that. If not, you're just going to place just plain 2 bands overlapping like that. Where'd that band go? So let's just place the two. I'm just going to add fur to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So you're just overlapping 6 times. Once you have placed that 6th set, you're going to take a single and wrap around that peg 3 times. Do the same thing on this side. Two. And then on this one, you're going to take a single and wrap it around 3 times. Now you're going to take the arms, and you can place your arms on this top peg right here and on this one right here. So this is where it gets fun. We're going to start looping. First we're going to place the triangle bands, and then we're going to loop, and as we loop we're going to add the fur. So take a single white band, and underneath the arm place a triangle on the next, and you're not placing any on these two. So you should have placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangle bands. Nothing on these 3 and nothing on the arms. So now what you're going to do is we're going to loop this first band here, the first set, not the second set. And as we loop it, we're going to add a capped band. So just take a band and wrap it around your hook 1 time. And if you're comfortable placing multiple cap bands on your hook, you can do that. If they start to get tangled up and you get confused, you can just go one at a time. So I placed at least 3, and then you reach under the cap, grab those 2 bands, and slide 1 set down, and then loop forward. Then reach underneath the triangle band, grab the top 2 bands again, and slide one of the cap bands down. And then same thing, reach in here, grab these 2, and slide down. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add 3 more to my hook. Again, if you're comfortable with adding a lot more, you can do that. I notice if I add too many, it does get tangled. Reach in here, grab the top 2, slide down, and reach in here, top 2, slide down, and then the last one, same thing, slide down. So we've completed that layer, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. Again, I'm just going to add 3. Reach underneath that band that we wrapped only 3 times. Grab the top 2 white bands. Bring it up. Slide a cap band over. And loop forward. Same thing. Reach in here. Grab the top 2. Slide down. Reach under this triangle band, grab the top 2 again, slide down, grab 3 more, these, slide it down, and loop, slide it down, and when you're looping, make sure that the cap band is down. And then the last one, and pull it down and loop. So you should have completed the top layer, and the bottom layer should not be touched at all. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pop it off and place it to the side of the loom. Those of you that are comfortable, you've seen my tutorials, you can do that now, and if you're not, I will show you what to do. What I like to do is take my thumb and hold onto this peg so that it doesn't pop off, and also tell you that you are not to be removing the cap band from this peg ever. So don't remove that, and don't remove the top. So you're going to reach in underneath the second peg and pinch the bands that are shaped as a, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, teardrop. So the second one, pinch it, pop it up and over. And then this one, up and over. And when you're taking them off, sometimes the one underneath it comes off with it, so that's fine. Now for this part, hold here so that this one doesn't pop off. You are taking this one off. Pop up and to the side. So you want to make sure that they're all on the side. You can pull on it. And that the triangle bands, one band is resting above the peg and the other one is resting underneath two pegs. So now it's time for this side. Again, don't remove this one and don't remove this one. Take the second one, bring it up and to the side. And then this last one right here, making sure not to remove the cap. And so my triangle bands are the way they're supposed to be, and I'm taking another look to make sure that the outside layer is where it should be. So once you've done that, you can loop the legs. And you're going to reach in and grab the cap band, loop forward. And just loop until you get to this peg right here on both sides. So once you've looped to these pegs, you're going to reach in, and this is where you continue adding all of the fur. So again, I'm going to just place as many as I'm comfortable with, maybe 4 this time, because it's a lot more looping. And I'm going to reach in where this cap band is, the extension. I'm going to push that back, and I'm grabbing not the bottom white band that's right here. There's a bottom set. I'm grabbing this middle set. So reach in, grab those 2 bands that go to the middle, and slide a capped band onto that and loop it to the middle. Same thing in here. Reach in here, pushing that white band back, grabbing the top set and sliding a capped band down and looping it. Re-enter these 2 and grab the remaining 2 white bands, bring it up, slide a set down, now if you get tangled up, you can just pause the video. Grab these 2 and slide it down. So we looped to the middle and we looped forward, just because it's going to start getting fuzzy. You don't want to get confused. I'm going to add another 4. And I just hold it down. So now we're going to enter the middle, push everything back, grab these 2 middle bands, and slide one on, push it down, and loop. So you should have looped to the middle, 1, 2, 3 forward. Now we're going to this peg, and you're going to be pushing the triangle band back, grabbing the top 2 bands, well, not the top 2, the only remaining 2, and slide a capped band down and loop. Same thing here, slide a cap band and loop, and on this one as well, and loop. So then we looped 1, 2, 3. Again, enter this peg, grab the bottom 2, bring it down, the middle, bring this down, and this one, and bring one down. So we have looped 1, 2, 3. You should be where the arm is, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 4th peg. Push the triangle band back, grab those 2 bands, slide all the way down and loop, grab the middle, slide and loop, and the same thing here, slide down. To the next set. And this one. The middle, and now we just got to loop the remaining 2 on this side. Slide it down, loop forward. Same thing here. Grab these 2 to bring to the arm, slide down and loop forward. You're going to add 2 here as well. So 1 and 2. You're going to reach in where the arm is, push the black bands back, grab the bottom 2, slide down, loop to the middle. Again, reach where the arm is, grab the 2 white bands on the bottom, slide down, and loop to the middle. Reach underneath, push all these bands back, make sure you're pushing everything back, and you should be grabbing 3 bands. So make sure when you pull up that you have 3 sets. And then you can remove the sheep, and I don't want to yank mine. That's your choice. I think it looks a lot neater when you don't yank it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a single black band and just make a quick slip knot on the top to hold the neck in place, and then you can take your sheep off slowly. And this sheep, by the way, looks like Shaun the Sheep. I think it's a cartoon, or is it a movie? I think he looks just like him. I thought it was so cute, so I just said definitely wanted to make him. And I'm curious if you guys chose to add all of the fur on the back of the sheep as well. So this is your body of your sheep, and what you can do is you can take your hook and you can go through each row, through each loop, and then you pull up. And this straightens the loops out. And same thing here, go through each loop and pull up so that they're even. They start to look nicer. Like if one is a little bit longer, then pull on the other to even it out. Same thing here. And these. So now we're going to make this cutie's face. And his face is pretty easy to make. So let's do that. And I'm glad I added the slip knot because his neckband is almost hidden. So place your sheep to the side and grab your loom, and we're going to start on the fur on the top of the sheep's head, this part. So you're going to grab 2 white bands at a time, and you're going to start from the top and go from here to here. And then go down 2 times on each row. Then switch to your black bands, and on the middle place 2 here and 2 here. Go down 3 times using black bands, 2 bands at a time. Go down 1, 2, and 3. Same thing here. And go down 4 times in the middle. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. And then you're going to close the face up. Grab your sheep's ear and place 1 ear, and be careful, these are the cap bands, so you want to make sure you grab the cap. 1 there, and 1 here. And now we're going to make the eyes. So for the eyes, I do prefer to use pony beads. If you don't have pony beads, that's fine. I will show you first how to use bands in case you don't have pony beads. You're going to grab a single black band, and you're going to take it and wrap it around your hook once, then grab it and wrap it around again, so that's wrapped around 4 times. Take a single white band, wrap it around your hook. It's a capped band. Transfer the black band on there, grab your hook, grab the other loop. That's 1 eye. Do that again. Take a single black band, wrap it around your hook once, pull it, wrap it around again. A single white band, wrap it around, so it's a capped band, and transfer this on, and then grab the other loop. That is your other eye. Grab another single black band and slide the eyes onto that single band, and then transfer that right here. Separate the eyes, open up the middle band and place 1 band resting above that peg and the other one underneath it, and that would be your eyes. I'm going to be using a bead though. So what I did is my bead is wide enough I can slide my band through. And once you have done that, if you want to use a smaller bead that you need a dental floss for, you can do that, but this size is probably the better size. This one is, let me see the bag again, it's 4 millimeters by 7 millimeters, and I picked this up at any craft store. It's by Creatology. It's So take your white loop, place it on your hook, wrap it around your hook, take the other loop and wrap it around your hook. Again, take your loop, wrap around, put your hook through, take the loop, place it on your hook, and twist it around. So these are both sets of eyes. Take a single black band, same thing as using the rubber bands, and you're going to transfer them. And I like to slide them on slowly so that they don't twist. And then place the eyes over here and over here. Same thing, using the rubber bands, slide each eye over to the left and to the right, separate the middle and place it above. So now after you added the eyes, you are going to add a single band on these three and a single band on these three. And then on the top, a single band on here. So now we're going to grab the body. Make sure you have the front where the fuzzies are, the fur is facing you. And then you're going to, if you made that slip knot, you're going to take that off. And of course, I put it on so tough. So now I have to tear it off. Okay, I took mine off. You're going to take your hook and place it through the 3 bands here and the 3 bands here. You should have 6 loops all together. And then you're going to place it on this peg right here. Like that. You're going to reach in and grab the top 2 black bands. Mine are going to the right. Then reach in for the next top 2, and I'm just pulling the body back a little bit with some pressure just to hold it so I have the opening of the neck. So I looped all 3. Once you've done that, you can let go of the body because it should be secure enough. And now you're going to reach in over here, place your hook, grab those bottom 2, and loop forward. Same thing on this side. Grab the bottom 2, loop forward. And the middle, and loop forward. And the middle. And you can loop the middle all the way to this peg right here. You stop where the black is. We're going to start over here. You're going to push that triangle band back, loop forward. Same thing here. Push triangle band back, loop forward. You have that eye band right here. You want to make sure you're pushing that eye band back. Grab the bottom 2, loop forward. Same thing on this side, pushing the eye band back, loop forward. So you're going to reach here and you're going to push the ear back, all the bands that have the ear. You're going to reach in for those 2 black bands that are fighting with me right now. Okay. So I reach in for the 2 black bands and I'm bringing it to the middle. Same thing here. Push the ears back, grab the 2 sets of black bands and loop it to the middle. Now we're going to grab the white bands and place them on our hook again. You can add as many or as few as you want. I'm just going to add about 4 for now. Now I just want to show you again, this is what it looks like if you use single. If you want it to be even fuzzier, you would put 2 per band. So I will show you what I mean. Let's reach in the ear, grab the 2 white bands. Instead of sliding 1, you would slide 2 sets down, and this is the look it would give you, a lot fuzzier than this one. So again, it's your choice. I'm just going to slide down one for now. Slide one down and loop forward. Reach in the middle. Grab those two white bands. Slide down. Loop forward. Same thing here, grabbing that white band. Slide down. Reach here, grab these, slide down, and loop. And then the middle, and loop. And on this one, and loop. We have two left. And then the last two, slide down and loop to the middle. Grab two white bands, take your hook and go through all of these bands, grab two, slide it through, place both loops onto your hook and create a slip knot. And you want to take his face off slowly so that it doesn't stretch the bands. So this is what yours should look like, and you're going to place the eyes forward, pop them forward. The same thing here, if you're using rubber bands, just try to bring them forward. You can take your hook and go through the cap bands of the ear and pull on it. And the same thing on this side, go through the cap, pull on it, and adjust the bands. And then that slip knot, you can go through the back, grab the two slip knot bands and slide it down and just hide it. So this is your sheep, and what I like to do is there's like that little space in between the eye that I don't like. So I take my hook and I grab these two bands and I pull them up, and I pull these up, and it starts to close that space a little, and the ones that are here too on the side. And these two, just tweaks it to make your creation look a lot cuter. And you can take your hook and go through the loops, or you can just leave it that messy look, which is fine as well. So this is what your little Shaun the Sheep looks like. Is the other one. And I think he's quite cute. And if you make one, you can share it with me on Instagram, on Marloomz Creations, or on Facebook. So thank you so much for watching.